Hello. Hello, baby. You called. I can't hear a thing. Okay, now I can. I can hear you, Stefani. How you doing? All right? Oh, the joke. Yeah, it doesn't make sense because it's you, but how do you piss off you? How do you make you angry? Yeah, that's right. Poker face. Okay, it's not that funny. Yeah, you want to come on the show? I'm not sure. You know I'm gaga over you, but it might sour a relationship. Yeah, it might turn into a bad romance. All right, take it easy, Miss Germana, whatever your name is, Germanata. I can't even say it. No wonder you changed your name. Don't be like that. All right, I'm going. Love to the wife. Hi, Robbie. Sorry about that.
And for a small fee, we will stop that running joke. I love those phone calls. I don't know what they are, and every week they're enlightening.
I don't know what they are until about 5 minutes. All right. Welcome to Sidetracked with Pete and Robbie.
No, it's not. You can do it.
The flip side of Pete and Robbie. That's right. Sorry to be confusing. We're trying to change everything over. We're not there quite yet.
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, we were originally called Sidetracked with Pete and Robbie, and then the wonderful BBC have decided to launch a show with the same name, and we don't want to avoid any problems because they've got massive lawyers and we don't. Yeah. So we figure it's easier to change our name to the flip side. So it's my fault. I've got to change the logo. So you see bits and bobs here and there where we're slowly swapping over, but it will now be the flip side of Pete and Robbie, and there is nothing else called that.
It does. And the BBC does have massive lawyers. Lots of massive lawyers. We only have one skinny one.
That's right. Yeah. So it's one of those things. Yeah. So yeah, well, for the first ever episode of the flip side of Pete and Robbie, even though we've got a massive back catalogue of other stuff, you can check that out at your own leisure. Yes. Anyway, Pete, how have you been, sir?
Yeah. I've been doing good. I've been listening to some music. Awesome. It's a great thing. This thing called music, mate. I never knew how wonderful it is. We should do something about it.
That's true. Yeah.
No, it's great. How have you been, mate?
I've been very good. I've been very busy. Got some bits to talk about on the show today. We've got another jam-packed show for you. We've got a fantastic guest coming out. We've got our usual stuff where we talk about what we've been listening to this week. We've got some fantastic videos for you as well. Yes. And anything else and the kitchen sink if we can fit it in, because we have quite a lot to talk about. And right. Yeah, we limit ourselves to an hour for some reason. I don't know why we do that, because we can talk for about 5 hours. You know. Anyway, shall we crack on and talk about our records? What should we talk?
Let's crack on, mate. Yeah. Okay, I'll go first if that's all right.
Of course you can.
All right. I've been listening to this all day today because this morning I went to see a film called what's it called? Complete Unknown. Bob Dylan. So I've been listening to this one.
Oh, nice.
Where is it? The Freewheelin Bob Dylan. Oh my God. The reason I picked this one up, I know this album. I used to have it a long time ago, but in the film, Johnny Cash said this is his favorite possession. He loved this album, and that's why they became friends. And of course, it's got so many classic folk songs that became, just part of the 60s, defined the 60s. Blowing in the Wind, Masters of War, Girl from North Country, who he did a duet with Johnny Cash later in his career. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall, Don't Think Twice, It's All Right. Really great stuff. I highly recommend get this album before you see the film. Go see the film. But definitely get this album. And this woman here, where is she? Her name is Suze. What's her name? Suze. I don't know what her name is. But I think he probably made a mistake with that, because this was his first girlfriend, his first album of his music. He did a classic folk one before that, but this is just his music. And he had his girlfriend on the cover of the album. Now, that is bad. It's almost as bad as getting a tattoo of an old girlfriend. At least with the tattoo, you can remove it, or you can just, when you die, it's gone. But with this here is forever,
Either that or he just dates loads of ginger girls and says she got older. One of the
yeah, but definitely the Freewheel, 1963, the year I was born. The Freewheelin Bob Dylan. Definitely check it out.
And the film, is the film any good?
Oh yeah, it's really great. The guy does a fantastic job of him. Now, I don't know a lot about Bob Dylan. I don't think he does a lot of interviews and things like that. He's a very quiet, private person. Mm-hmm. And it just basically goes from when he goes to New York to the 1964 Newport Folk Festival, where he first time plays electric.
Oh, yeah, I bet that's fun.
And that's it. It revolves around relationship with him and Pete Seeger, the amazing folk singer Pete Seeger. Yeah. And a little bit of Woody Guthrie. Yeah. Oh, nice. Definitely go see it. If you're into Bob Dylan, see it. If you're not into Bob Dylan, see it, and you will be.
What a fantastic advert. And we might talk a little bit about that a little bit more later as well. So do you want my first one of the week?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I've got a reason for selecting these albums this week, which I'll go into in a little while. But the first one I've listened to is Bowie's Tonight album from 1984. What can you say? Very difficult album. I'm going to just put it out there. It's really difficult to listen to. It's just really jumbled. It's got Loving the Alien on it, which is a great track. He does his cover of God Only Knows on it. And he also does Blue Jean. So that Blue Jean's the big hit from the album. Yeah. But it's a really difficult listen to because a lot of it's reggae, and then a lot of it's sort of pop, then a lot of it's sort of synth. It's a really hard album to get your head around. And it's a great. I tried it again the other day, but I could not get my head around it, if you know what I mean. Like I tried it. I've listened to this album since I bought it years ago, and every now and again I dig it out and I play it, and I still can't get into it. And not that people have weaker albums or rubbish albums, but I think this would be one of the ones where you'd have to tread lightly. You know, if you're saying to people what's worth looking at, you would say, you know, Hunky Dory, Ziggy, Low. Yeah. What would you avoid? I think this would be on my top area. I mean, his cover of God Only Knows is very good.
Is it? I've never heard that.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But it's almost like he just went, well, I've got a load of spare tracks. I'll just throw it together and do that. Yeah. So it's an interesting album. It's a very hard listen, though. And that's, but I'll get on to why I picked this one in a minute when we get to my next album. We just got some messages coming in. So Nick says, evening, chaps. Hello, Nick. Lovely to see you.
Hello, Nick. That's Mr. Fall Rise. And we have great news. He's out with a new record. I cannot wait. We're going to play it on the next Unknown Sounds. And when the video is done, we're going to have him come on here and talk about the video a bit.
That's very awesome. And we have Summer there as well.
Hello, Summer, number one fan, and my niece. Thank you, Summer, all the way from Connecticut.
So just like our two guests there, if you want to say hello, whichever device you're listening on, just type it in your thingy and hopefully it'll pop up here. If you're on YouTube, which is the easiest way to do it, it definitely pops up on Facebook as well. And while you're there, subscribe to all the channels because we need your support to help these lovely bands.
Definitely.
Your second record, sir.
My second record. Okay, now this isn't that new. I think it's from 2023, but it's new to me. It is The Tubs.
Oh, I've heard of them.
Yeah, it's a great album. It's Dead Meat, it's called. It's a great album. I picked this up just because I heard someone mention it and had some really great words to say about it. They're from Cardiff, which is the capital of Wales, and now they're living in London. They do record in Bermondsey, which is just South London, not far from here. Yeah, they are amazing. This album is kind of like it reminds me a lot of bands from the 80s, you know, like REM. Some Psychedelic Furs, definitely. The Smiths, unfortunately. But yeah, so it's a lot of stuff. Television, they've got a lot of different stuff, and it's all over the place musically. But the one thing that it does have in common is, are you there? Oh, yeah, sorry. One thing it does have in common, all the songs, the thread is that it reminds you of when you were a teenager. You got a new album, you run to your room, you put it on, close the door, there's no one else around, you just listen to it, you're on the bed, you feel so safe and warm and comforting. That's how this album feels to me. I could listen to it over and over again and I'll end up on a fetal position on the bed.
Also, I just disappeared there because if you've got the latest Mojo, there's an interview with them in this new edition.
Oh, right. Okay, cool.
That's why I disappeared to go and pick it up, show you the cover. So if you want to hear about more about the Tubs, there's an interview with me. They talk about like
right. Yeah, and they will be playing in London soon. So hopefully I'll be going. And if I'm going, I hope to see you guys there too.
Yeah, fantastic. Would you like my final and last record?
Yes, please. Oh,
and there's more clues to why I picked them. So this is the other one. Face Value by Phil Collins. This signature is the reason why I picked these, and I'll tell you what it is in a minute. Anyway, so Phil Collins' his wonderful album, his debut album, that is in the air tonight on it. Must Be Love. I'm Not Moving On. I mean, written about a divorce. The whole album's about divorce, and and he was probably at his lowest point, and then he makes an amazing album. I played it again this morning because I've not heard it in a while, and it's amazing like how experimental it is. I mean, I know he was in a prog rock band, but to do a solo album where your opening track is in there tonight, and then towards the end of the album, it gets like tribal. It's almost like it's almost about, what would it be? It'd be 6 years ahead of Graceland by Paul Simon.
Wow. So what year was this, mate?
Sorry, mate.
What year did it come out?
It should have been 80, 81, around about then.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's way ahead of that sort of thing. But the yeah, it's amazingly tribal and it sounds amazing. And yeah, it's really, really interesting as an album as well, because you like, I've heard the demo tapes of it, and sometimes the jump is insane from the demo to the album version. But this album is really, really worth listening. If you've not heard it in a while, dig it out. And it's one of those things where, you know, he was really uncool for a long while. You know, he really, really got trashed for a while, because it's like Phil Collins, and he was everywhere in the 80s. And they said to him, you know, are people sick of you? And he's like, well, if the work was there, why would I not done the work? Like, you know, he said, if you like what you're doing, why would you not do it?
Of course.
And Nick says, yes, I love that album. It's a masterpiece. I agree, Nick. Yeah, it's a fantastic album. The reason I've been playing Bowie this week and this album is this signature here. There's a wonderful thing in Brighton called The Space. If you're in the Brighton area, I had to travel an hour and a half to get there. And what it is it's a place where they have writers, directors, actors, and the producers in. So I went to meet Hugh Padgham. So I'll get Hugh on the screen. This is me grinning like an arse. I want to meet him because I was so excited. Now, Hugh Padgham is one of the most famous producers in the world that isn't famous, in my opinion, enough, because he's brilliant at what he does. So I've got a little list of the things he's done just to show you. So he's done the Bee Gees. He did the Tonight album by Bowie, Kate Bush. He did Tears for Fears, Sheryl Crow, Peter Gabriel, like Intruder, Genesis, Hall & Oates. There you go, the Human League, Elton John, and the list just goes on and on and on. And he's absolutely fantastic at what he does. But what he did do is he invented the sound on In the Air Tonight. So, you know, that was the sound that he invented. That was his sound. That was his signature sound. So there's a big debate over, did he invent it or did he not invent it? But when you go back over the stories, he had to have invented it.
Yeah.
So to cut long story short, what he did was he was talking about one of the first Neve consoles, so the big mixing desk. And originally you'd have to set up a microphone in your room and a microphone in the other room.
Yeah.
And what happened is, if I wanted to say, Pete, play guitar now, I'd have to put these microphones on. And this desk was the first one that had a built-in microphone, so you could press a button and talk directly to you, which is common in every desk now. It's everywhere, but this was the first one. So what they did was they were working on Peter Gabriel's Intruder album, and they were setting stuff, and they forgot to take it off. You know, it's one of those things where Phil Collins is actually playing the drums on that album as well. So, and they've sort of gone in the room, and he's gone doo-doo, and they've gone, what is that noise? You know what I mean? Like, so they kind of, well, keep that in the back. And then when it got to Phil's album, he said, you know, can I use that sound? He actually asked Peter, which is really sweet. And Peter went, yeah, go on then. But I think he gave away $1 million idea. And then that's how they got it. So yeah, that whole sound is by that one guy, Hugh Padgham. Excellent. And he also produced every single Police album, including the one which is just near your glasses. Is it Synchronicity?
Synchronicity, yeah.
He produced every single one of those, and Every Breath You Take was one of his singles as well.
Yeah.
So that's up. Oh, and that one, as well. Is that Ghost in the Machine as well? Yeah, he did that one as well.
I don't know where the other one is. Somewhere over here.
It's up there. Yeah, that'll do. And there's a brilliant documentary called Under the Volcano, which is about the Montserrat studio that George Martin owned. If you want to know about Hugh Padgham and recording those Police albums, check that documentary out. It is fantastic. I think it's on Netflix. If you're in the UK, you won't regret it. It's absolutely brilliant.
Oh, I'm gonna look that up. Check it off on Netflix. Great. Thank you, Robbie, for that.
What we'll say, we'll put links in the description. Sorry, I'll go back to it real quick. We'll put links in the description for The Space, only because if you're a musician or a producer, you definitely need to go to these. Like, it's basically a Q&A with the artist, and then you get to go and talk to them after and sign stuff. And they had, it's a double bill. So they had Hugh Padgham and Mike Lindup from Level 42. He was there as well. Wow. So he was talking about the Level 42 and touring and stuff like that. Yeah. The next one I'm going to go to is in March. There'll be links for that in the description. And they've got a guy called Chris Porter, and he was George Michael's producer. And he produced Last Christmas and Faith and all that sort of stuff. So he's going to be down there. So yeah, there'll be links in the description. There's actors, directors, all sorts of stuff. So just have a look over their website, because there might be some stuff in there that you might be interested in, even if it's not music related. Anyway, I'll stop waffling about
definitely. Yeah, we're not only going to have details about The Space, we're going to have details about all both the records, all the records we talked about, the videos, the guest, everything, and us, of course.
Oh yes. 5'9", Capricorn. We'll have Q&A. Sorry?
Can we play a video now?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Oh, great. Now, these videos come from Unknown Sounds artists, so they're all independent artists that send their music into Unknown Sounds. These guys are from Auckland, New Zealand, so it's all the way around the other side of the world. They're called Bad Bishop. I'm not sure why. I don't know what their past is. I don't know why they were, bad. I don't really want to Catholics and all that anyway. But it's a song called Money, and it's not about the currency. It's not about money as in a currency. It's about the town of Money, Mississippi. And there, Emmett Till was killed, tortured, and murdered, a 14-year-old black kid, for flirting with a white woman. And it became hugely internationally renowned, and it sparked the American civil liberties, civil rights movement in America. So it's really important. And just for them to write a song about this is amazing. So to me, I love them, even if I don't even hear the song. But the song is great. So here we go. Here's Bad Bishop with Money.
Kia ora koutou, we're Bad Bishop. This is it from the hip. In a town called Money, Mississippi, my daddy was a preacher for the ministry. Let me tell you about my daddy and his black book, and a raw hide whip for the souls he took. Oh baby, down in Money, Mississippi, a little town built from blood in the ground. Oh, when you're in money, it ain't about the color of your bills, but the color of your... In a town called Money, Mississippi, a widowed woman loses a little boy. No place for him to be found, 'cause it's just the white man run by the coochie of religious man. No baby down in Money, Mississippi, a little town built from blood in the ground. Oh, when you're in money, it ain't about the color of your bills, the color of your...
Wow, when you're in money, it's not about the color of your bills. What a message.
Yeah. It's a great song.
It's great, yeah.
I love the music, everything about it. It's really great. Oh, look, M Joy's here.
Hello, M Joy. Lovely to see you. She said
our
her
guest
civil
from
rights
last week.
went straight to YouTube with her about civil rights. Love the groove.
Oh, fantastic.
Love this groove, says it. And one
M.
more
Joy-
time.
M Joy was on our show last time we were on, so have a look at that. That's on all the all our websites on YouTube. Just find it. It's easy.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I really like that, and I have to say thank you to From the Hip Productions for the video.
I love that they're playing live. That's really, really cool.
Yeah.
It's nice to get a live band playing.
Nice to see. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, great. I really like those guys, and I'm looking forward to continue relationship with them, where they send in more videos, more music.
Fantastic. And how would they do that, Pete, if they want to get in touch with you?
Oh, well, we have an Unknown Sounds link tree right down below here. Well, not right now. It's after the show. We'll put everything in. Just click on that. It'll show that the Unknown Sounds video submissions and Unknown Sounds music submissions. You just click that button, send the stuff in, you'll be on the shows.
Fantastic.
Most likely. Probably.
Enjoyed had a great time. Thanks for coming on. It was wonderful to have you on last time.
Thank you.
It was actually 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? It seems like a week ago, wasn't it? It was 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? Time flies. Anyway, we've got a wonderful guest coming on, I do believe. Is that right, sir?
Yes, we do. This is one half of the amazing Norwegian soft Kitten, really interesting band. His name is
Glenn
Berggoetz. Let's bring him on.
Hey there, gentlemen.
My mind just stops sometimes.
Hey, and before we get going here, I just want to, if Bob Dylan's watching, Bob, stop calling, stop texting. I know you want to play on our next album. We don't need you. Find something to do.
It's a real pain when these people keep calling, isn't it? Jeez. Anyway, I wanted to say about Norwegian Soft Kitten is that their music is so diverse that they've come up with their own genre of music. Haven't you, Glenn?
Oh, yeah. We are the world's #1 Gush band. We are also the world's only Gush band. And we coined the term because we didn't know how to label ourselves because we play all kinds of music. We have a country punk song, metal music, prog rock, alternative. So we came up with the term ourselves, Gush. Which just means we will play whatever music the song seems to need.
I think it's great. I'm going to use that.
I got to admit, I got it wrong before he was coming on. I said, "Is it Norwegian sex kitten?" I don't know why.
We've been called that before. Yes.
I'm not the only idiot. I'll take that.
That's great. And so go on, Rob.
No, I was going to say, just tell us a bit about the band, like where it started, and what do you tour? Do you not tour? Do you play live? Do you not play live? What is it you do?
Yeah, we're a studio band. We don't play live. We craft our songs. But Alan and I met in Denver, 15 years ago. We started making films together. And so we made a couple short films together. Then we made a couple feature films together. And after a while, we realized we both played instruments. And it took me all of about, 18 seconds of arm twisting to get Alan to agree to form a band. And so we thought, we got to come up with a name. And Alan's like, well, I've been coming up with a list of names for a while here. I'll email them to you. So he emailed me his list, and he insists it was only like 20 or 25 names. The way I remember it, it was like 80, 100. It just seemed like I was scrolling. And finally, I got to the very last one after, a bunch of like, oh, that's okay. I like that. Ooh, that's terrible. Got to the very last one. It was Norwegian Soft Kitten. I hit the reply button. We're Norwegian Soft Kitten. I'm typing in furiously. So that's how we got the band name.
That's great. And you say Alan. It's Alan Green, who's the other
Correct.
member of. So you're a two-piece.
We are. I handle the guitars, and probably 2/3 of the singing.
Just so if Alan's listening, we just want to give him a little shout out. Alan. Use that. I use it.
We save that for our mate Alan normally. It's normally Alan's Alan.
If you're there, Alan, nice to see you.
Hi, Alan. Fantastic. So how does the songwriting work as in a duo like yourselves? Do you write the songs, then take them in, or do you write together, just sitting face to face? Do you just collaborate that way?
Yeah, by and large, we kind of have Glenn songs and we have Alan songs. I come up with music and lyrics. I share them with Alan and vice versa. But certainly, with the songs he comes up with, I come up with a guitar part for it. The songs I come up with, he comes up with the drum and bass parts for them. Occasionally we write a song together. For example, our song, The Thousandth Ship, I came up with the music, but I couldn't get any words to it. Nothing was working for me. And so I played Alan a little demo and sent it to him via email. And he got back to me right away. He's like, I got words for this. And so he wrote the words for that one. So we have typically written separately, but we have talked about we have an album that'll be coming out this year and possibly our album after that. Collaborating online. We're 3,000 kilometers apart from each other, but collaborating online and recording parts back and forth and coming up with songs that way. So we might have some pure collaboration with the future album.
Yeah, that's good. So you have Alan songs and you have Glenn songs. Do you credit them to both? Like, is it like Lennon and McCartney kind of situation?
We just pretty much say every song is Green and Berggoetz, because we both have our fingers on all of them. Certainly Alan much more than me. Some of the songs I just have a small guitar part on it, like Aggression Level Medium, our single from last year. That's like 98% Alan. I threw in a little guitar there, but it's a funky techno song Alan came up with.
Sure is, yeah. And that voice is almost metal, isn't it, on there?
Yeah.
I mean,
sorry.
That explains the non-touring if you live miles away from each other, like 3,000 miles apart. That explains it, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. And, if we were to play live, that's why we probably won't play live. One of the reasons is, living so far apart from each other. I mean, we need to rehearse. And as a two-piece band, we've also discussed, do we bring in a couple of other musicians to fill out the band, or do we play recorded music and then we play the guitar and drums live to it? And so since, we both have other jobs and we're so far apart and don't have time to rehearse, there are no live performances in the near future.
Yeah. Yeah. I know about the great distance, because Robbie and I used to work together and live very close to each other. We started doing this and I decided, you know what? I'm moving. So I'm about 1,000 kilometers from him. And it's much better this way because we only talk when we're online now. Right, buddy?
Actually, that's sort of true because I live miles away from Pete. I live what, 50 miles from you? It's not nowhere near yours, Glenn, but yeah, I'm 50 miles out. So yeah, I'm the one that lives in.
Yeah, he lives in the.
I need Alan near me because the people around me here in Indiana, they're not Indian food fans, and Alan and I, that's what we used to do, go to Indian buffets together, for crying out loud. Norwegian soft kitten formed over an Indian buffet.
We got some fantastic ones, Riley. Nice. If you're ever over, I'll drag you to one. But that's fantastic. So are you basically just sort of writing together live and recording live in the studio, or are you just overdubbing your parts and sending it backwards and forwards, or do you sort of still play live but remotely, if you see what I mean?
Well, what we did, our first album, Alan was still living in Colorado. I was in Indiana, but I drove back and we had a cabin in the mountains and we recorded the 18 songs that became the Sunshine on Lava album. And then a few years ago, December of 2020, Alan drove from LA to Indiana and he brought all of his equipment with him and all. And so we recorded all the guitar parts and all the vocals for, I think it was 55 songs we ended up recording. And so the first 17 of those became our next album, On Loan from the Universe. The next 18 of them are the album that should come out this year. Alan has about half the album mixed. So hopefully the other half gets mixed this year and we can release it. Then we have a whole other album, all the guitars and vocals recorded for that we thought would end up being our fourth album, but we're talking about maybe doing a shorter collaborative album between the two big uns.
Nice.
Yeah, that's one thing about Norwegian soft kitten. You buy an album of theirs, you are getting a bang for your buck, aren't you?
Oh yeah, we've had 17 or 18 songs on each album so far. This third one is going to have, I believe it's 18 as well, and the albums are minimum of an hour, if not much longer. And yes, I can't imagine our what's supposed to be the album after that. We have the guitar solo, a song called Synapse Death Knell, where it's just me. It was me soloing for like 32 or 33 minutes straight while Alan was making an Indian dinner for us when we were recording here at my house in 2021. He came in December of 2021 as well. And so I'm like, dude, we just got to put the whole thing out there, a 30-minute long song. He's like, we are not having a 30-minute long song. So he said, well, how about we shorten it to like maybe 10 minutes? Like, I'll pick out the best 10 minutes of your solo. I'm like, geez, Alan, all right.
Yeah.
I'm really,
sorry. Did that become Cooper Harbor then?
No, this song is one we have not released yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's going to be down the road, at least 2 more albums down the road, if not 3. Copper Harbor was, another 10-minute song. So if you don't like it, you either have to fast forward if you don't like these 10-minute songs, or you just got to deal with it. You know?
Hi to Glenn watching, by the way.
You all right, mate?
Yeah, buddy. I'm really pleased that like you say there, if you get an album of yours, you're nearly an hour. There's an album back there by a band called Beautiful South. And when I was 16, I think it was, I had to save up for their album, and I had pocket money because I was still at school like you do, and it was like £5. It took me like 3 weeks to get this album. And when I got it, it's 26 minutes long. I was so pissed when I got it. And it's like, any band that puts more than half an hour, I admire. So good on you, sir. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm the youngest of 6 siblings, and most of my siblings are way older than me. And my oldest brother was really into the Beach Boys, mostly like the Pet Sounds, funky stuff of the late 60s. But we went out and bought a couple of their early albums. and their one early album is like 20 minutes and 11 seconds long or something. But you put on a side, you start getting into, wait, I got to flip the album over now, and there's only that much on the other side. Come on.
Yeah.
I believe you're going to play a song for us in a second. Should we play a track first, Pete? Did you want to play another video before we do the
Let's
line?
play a video. Is that all right with you, mate?
Sure thing.
Okay, so this is from our friends Kapka KOMA from the Ukraine. If longtime listeners will probably remember that Ira from Kapka KOMA was instrumental in us putting together that that charity gig a couple of years ago. It was great. Yeah, and they're still producing lots of music. They're still doing lots of stuff. I asked Ira to just join us today to chat online, but she's not, because she has an opportunity to visit her husband who's serving in the army. So that's a stark reminder of what's still going on there. Okay. But saying that, this is a lovely song. It's called Running Round by Krapka KOMA.
Running round, no time to breathe, no time for joy. Blaming myself for every minute's wasted. Did I do that to myself? How to say no? Did I do that to myself? How to let go?
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, they're a great band. You know, they're kind of like a performing artist as well, and their songs are so meaningful. Now that one is about making the most of every opportunity you get, but getting so busy from one thing to the other that you don't take time for yourself and enjoy life. Trying to just remind us that, you know, life is precious and short, and we should enjoy the moment.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah.
Really interesting band. Hopefully we can get them on when times are better for them anyway. Glenn, so let's going back to yourself. Moving forward, are you just planning more albums? Is that what you're looking at? You're looking at singles, you're looking at EPs? What are you looking to do next?
Yeah, this third album we'll have coming out this year. We don't have a title for it yet. But yeah, it's going to be another 17, 18 songs. We'll end up releasing a few songs off it. Like that, we already, Aggression Level Medium is part of the album, and we already released that. And Alan has half the songs finished already. So as soon as the rest is finished, we'll probably start pumping out a single every 6 weeks or so for 3 months or whatever, and try to get a little interest in the album and our music.
And Glenn, your music is available on Bandcamp, isn't it?
Yeah, Bandcamp is the best. It's also on all the other ones, iTunes and Spotify, YouTube, all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, obviously we just spoke about your music. Are you right to play us a track? Yeah,
I'll play you something. This will be from our first album, Sunshine on Lava.
Okay,
this is a series.
Me and Pete will disappear, and we'll leave you to do your thing.
Sounds good. Thanks. Mom went to the store. She bought some ice cream. I ate all the ice cream. Now I got a stomach ache. Mom went to the store. 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 She bought some ice cream. I wanted the ice cream, but I didn't want a stomach ache. Mom went to the store. 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 She bought some ice cream. I didn't have no ice cream, 'cause now I'm a vegan. Mom went to the store. Mom went to the store. Mom went to the store. Mom went to the store.
That's great. You've
One
heard
of our
it.
more serious songs.
Our very first Gush song here on the flip side of Pete and Robbie. Thank you. No wonder you have so many songs. You could, if you get up, make a cup of coffee, there's like an album in that.
Oh yeah, I mean, we have a song called "Go to Work Gravity," which I wrote while in the shower because I dog sit for one of my buddies all the time, and I was dog sitting at one point, and they had like the tiniest bit of shampoo left in a container. I thought, well, I'll use this up, so I turned it over, and I'm sitting there as the water's hitting me, and I'm like, "Go to work for me, gravity, get that to the." I'm just watching it, and go to work, gravity, and next thing I knew, I had a song. I'm singing the song in the shower. So, our songs will come from anywhere.
I don't want serious songs. That's awesome. There was a one-hit wonder in the 90s by a guy called Stan, and he had a song which I've got back there, and I love it. And it's called Suntan, and he basically says, "I went to the beach. It was a lovely sunny day. I got suntan on my legs and on my arms." And the B-side is called "Now It Hurts," and it's about how he's got sunburn. And it reminds me, as soon as you started doing it, I'm a vegan. I was like, "That's brilliant."
Oh yeah, our song "Crawfordsville Road." All the times I would drive back and forth between Indiana and Colorado to visit family and things. Going through Indianapolis, Indiana, there was an exit, Crawfordsville Road. And a couple times a year I'd pass and I start going Crawfordsville Road, and it turned into our Western a cappella song. It's on our first album.
Oh, I love it. It's bonkers. I love that. It's fantastic. So we were talking earlier about
Nick has a little comment.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. It's on right where my mic stand is. I can't see things. Hang on. 1 second. There we go. That's some serious ice cream. And then Joyce said, "Where did your mum go?"
She went to the store. She got ice cream.
It's fantastic. Obviously, Pete was talking about seeing the Bob Dylan movie, and there's been a lot of biopics around. So I'm just going to go through some of the films that have been released recently and see if any of you have seen them. And we'll just have a quick thoughts on it. Bohemian Rhapsody. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
No. Like it or didn't like it?
I liked it. It was okay. It was very straightforward. It's something that probably should have been on television. The songs, it was okay. It was really good. He did a good job being Freddie. But they got a lot of stuff wrong. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. Rocketman.
I loved Rocketman.
No, hated Rocketman. Biggest pile of shite ever made. Sorry.
And I love it for the same reason Robbie hates it. It's much more artsy, like when he plays at the Troubadour for the first time, he felt like he was raised off the ground. Him and the audience were raised off the ground. That's what he said long time ago. And in the film, they actually do that.
That's true. I mean, that's why I love it being so subjective, because we can be different, and it's
it was fantastic.
Okay. Ray, have you seen Ray?
Yeah.
What do you think of Ray? No.
Yeah, I don't like Jamie Foxx, but because he's such a conceited guy, but he did a great job.
Okay. Walk the Line.
Yeah.
Have I seen it? Yeah, I liked it. I thought he did a really good sort of like homage to Ray Charles. I thought he was brilliant in it. One I've not seen for Straight Outta Compton.
I saw that too. Yeah.
Any good?
Again, it's really good, really good. Ice Cube's son is in it. He looks exactly like Ice Cube when he was that age.
Oh, bless. The Doors, 91, Val Kilmer.
Oh, yeah.
6.
Do they have a cinema where you are, mate?
I watch Vera. I'm too busy watching Vera to watch all this other stuff.
Glenn, we're going to get one. We are going to get one. La Bamba.
Just 1 second. With the Doors, the only thing I didn't like about it was Val Kilmer was asked if he was a big fan. He said he never really listened to any of the songs until he got the part.
Oh, that's fair enough. And then he absolutely nailed it. So you got to get him that. La Bamba. No. Did
you see it?
Me. Yeah, I saw it years ago when it came out. Yeah, Lou Diamond Phillips. He does a great job in it. Great actor, Lou Diamond Phillips. They should put in more stuff. One I've definitely not seen, Selena. No. She's a Latina singer, isn't she, in America? Is that right?
Selena?
Yeah.
She was murdered, 30 some years ago now or something?
That's it. Yeah, she was murdered, the poor girl, yeah. Amadeus.
Yeah.
I saw that one.
Yes.
Did you like it, Glenn?
Oh, I loved it. Yes, it was a hoot.
Glenn, it was 9 goes, but we got there in the end. A fantastic one with John Cusack in it and Paul Dano, Love and Mercy, about Brian Wilson. Have you seen that one? If you've not seen that, that's definitely a watch to do, because it basically John Cusack plays Brian Wilson around 1991, and then Paul Dano plays him when he's young. So it's all about his dad and all that sort of stuff. That is a fantastic watch, that one. The Buddy Holly story with Gary Busey.
Of course.
No?
Classic.
So we got one. I'm going to write that one down. What's Love Got to Do with It?
Yeah.
No.
Turner.
I love this game. What's Love Got to Do with It? It's one of the only times I nearly got up and punched my own telly because I was so annoyed watching it.
Why?
Because of what he was doing in the film to Angela Bassett. It was Lawrence Fishburne was playing Ike Turner, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And I got so annoyed about what he was doing. I wanted to punch him, so I nearly punched my own telly.
That's weird. I thought that he was the man of the house. He did what he needed to do.
Be careful, Beanie.
Of course.
Okay, let's go for 2, Glenn. 8 Mile. No. I didn't mind 8 Mile. I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
It's just
Eminem.
If you like rap, it's great, isn't it? I didn't want to watch that one. Let us know in the comments if you've watched these as well, by the way, because we'd love to know what films you've watched and what films we've missed off as well. Sorry, go on.
Can I mention one?
Yeah, go
on. What's it called, mate? You have the clip of it. It's called the Robbie Williams film.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it called?
Better Man.
A Better Man. Yeah. Do we have time to play that clip?
Yep. Yeah, I got time to show that. If you want to, like, clog up our time with that rubbish. Here we go.
Rubbish? Are you kidding me?
Rubbish.
I'm Robbie Williams. I'm one of the biggest pop stars in the world. This is my story, but I'm not going to tell it in an ordinary way because I don't see myself how others see me. For the next 2 hours, your ass is mine! To be honest, I've always been a little less evolved. I don't want to rock, so let's take it from the top, shall we? I sit and wait. My dad was well enamoured by the stars of the day.
You can't learn it. You're either born with it or you're a nobody.
There's an angel.
Don't want to be a nobody.
Contemplate my fate.
You're enough.
The places where we go when we're grey and old.
You got in? You're in that band?
Take that! I'll do this fucking baby! Shut up, you tits!
Oh, fuck off, Glenn!
Mother!
Look around the table. In 5 years, we're all going to hate each other. But we'll be rich.
Do I look like a pop star to you?
I wouldn't change your hair on your head.
And through it, she offers me protection.
I want to prove I can make.
Right, that's 2 minutes in life. I'm going to get back. I'm not playing any more of that.
It's a fantastic film. It's a bit weird that he's a monkey, but but it makes it a little bit more interesting. And he's an absolute a-hole. You know, he loves himself way too much, and I hate that about a person, but I love Robbie Williams. The movie was great. A lot of people haven't seen it. It's tanked, hasn't made any money, lost money, but those who saw it really like it. Okay, here's the problem with that film. He's not a bigger star than they think he is. That's the problem. Of course, but that's the way he sees himself in his ambience, you know. But in the film, all he does is question himself all the time. You know, that's the whole ongoing thing with him. If you know anything about Robbie Williams, there's always a drama going on in his life. You know, it's a real crap story. But it was great. Rock DJ is a fantastic number in there. Man, I know you guys in America don't know Robbie Williams. He didn't make it over there, but he's fantastic. Best song he did was called Strong. Check it out. He's the luckiest karaoke singer in the world. That's how I'm going to put it. I'll tell you what, I would say something redeeming about it. I'll do that if you like. I will say one good thing about it. A, it's quite a short film. Secondly, one of our friends, his son played Robbie Williams in the movie. I don't know if you know this, Pete. No, I didn't know that. So me and Pete used to have a radio station called Revenge FM, and our friend Ian Davis, who was a DJ, his son is the guy that did all the movements for the monkey. Oh, really? Yeah. So I think his name's Jono. So that's the two things. Jono was in it. He's a friend of a friend, and it's a short film. Anyway, so should we do a little bit more of the list? See how far we can get. Let's do a little bit more, and then we'll play some tracks. Control. Have you seen that one? That's the okay. Who was that? That's about Ian Curtis from Joy Division. That's the black and white movie that's meant to be very good, but I've never seen that one. Probably very interesting. Yeah, Sid and Nancy. Yeah. No, okay, we're getting there. Glenn, we're going to get another one if he kills me. The Runaways. No, okay. I got one. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
I saw that at the theater when I was like this tall. I remember nothing about it other than the car flying around.
Yeah. So. Get On Up, the James Brown Chronicle. I've seen this one. It's one of those films where it's Chadwick Boseman, bless him, and he does James Brown, but he does an impression of James Brown so well you can't understand what he's saying. It's kind of like if you did an Uber impression of somebody, but you ramped it up by 50. It's a bit like that. You can't understand what he's saying. I'm Not There, the Bob Dylan film. What about that one? Yeah. No, that's the one that's got Cate Blanchett in it. That's a hard watch. Don't ignore that one. Jersey Boys. No. I thought we had it. You paused then, Glenn. I thought we had it. And The Pianist. Seen that one? No, I don't think you can say that on live stream. It's interesting. I did like the top 20 movies of autobiographies, but Back in Black isn't on there, which is a fantastic movie about Amy Winehouse. Yeah. And there was another one. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was, but that's gone as well. So if you could make a movie like a biography about an artist, which one would you pick off the top of your head? Who would you have?
Me?
Anyone? Yeah, I'll throw it open. And in the chat as well. If you could make a film about a person, who would it be? I would have the fantastic artist Nick Drake, who's amazingly underrated. He's in the 27 Club, like they all are. Unfortunately, he passed away, but he left, some brilliant albums, an amazing guitar player, really unique songwriter as well. Brad Pitt's a huge fan, and if you're into his stuff, people love him. And it's just one of those sort of fantastic artists. So that's who I would pick. But I think about it, yeah.
Do you think Brad Pitt would play him?
I think he would, because Nick Drake was quite a good-looking guy, and so is Brad Pitt. So I wouldn't blame him if he did as well. Anyway, so
I would like Jim Croce, who's not very well known. He's a fantastic singer-songwriter from the 70s. Yep. Great guy. I don't know anything about him, so I'd like to learn more about Jim. Do you know Jim Croce, Glenn?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And if Alan and I were to get back to making films and did it about a musician or something, I'm guessing we'd have to do either something like Thomas Dolby or Tommy Two-Tone, something cool like that.
Yeah, Thomas Dolby's really cool. Nice. He invented Bluetooth or something, didn't he? Or developed it or something. Anyway, we've got you on here. Can we have another song, please? Would that be all right if you play us another song?
Do you have a lullaby?
I'll do the lullaby. Yeah.
Nice.
Fantastic.
A little short one. Baby Shake My Hand, that we finish off our first album, Sunshine on Lava, with. So here's a little short one. Baby Shake My Hand. My baby loves me. Oh, how she loves me. Oh, how she loves me. She's my schnookums. She's my little woogie. Kiss me, or at least shake my hand. Oh, baby, shake my hand.
Fantastic.
That's a stalker song, because he's in love with her, but he can't even get a handshake from her. So.
That's fantastic. It's Every Breath You Take, but the stalker actual version. That's the one he wrote. Yeah.
Oh,
That's fantastic. Nick said he'd have Billy Idol, a movie. That would be really cool. Yeah, I like that. That's really good idea. Yeah, I love Billy Idol. That's fantastic. Time's against us. So should we just have another video on as well?
Yeah, let's have another video. Okay. This next one is by MC16. They're a punk band from here in the UK. It's a very political song, but it's about what's happening right now. All right, so here's MC16 with Ground Control.
Ground control, ground control. terrible arrangement splattered in blood. Too many victims dragged through the mud. One brave tear is not a flash flood. Load up your shoulders, the ones that you shrug. We lost faith in gentle persuasion, 'cause you're harking back to a different equation. The price of hell is a party donation, grand control on permanent vacation.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hello,
Nice
M16 band. Whoop, whoop. Hello.
Oh, yeah. Hey, mate, how's it going? Your music. They've got a plethora of really, if you're into punk, you're going to love these guys. Go to Bandcamp, go anywhere you find them. MC16, they're great. I just don't really know which way their political leanings are.
What about yourself, Glenn? Have you done a punk album?
I think there's a bit of lag.
We haven't done a punk album, but we have our country punk song, Think I'll Just Get Drunk and Drink. And then we have our bit offensive song, America Number One, that will be on our next album. Can I share the first line of the song with you, maybe?
Of course.
The first line of the song is "Got a lot of money and I just jerked off," and we go into discussing the United States. So
wow,
that's kind of fun.
That's
amazing. You can bleep that out if you need to.
No. No, that's fine. That's fine. I just want to say, with the MC16, I agree totally with these guys. I am not a big fan of Trump. And if you are, get out of here. I don't want to talk to you.
That's half our people gone. Anyway,
that's all right.
Glenn, it's been an absolute pleasure coming on, for having you on today. Thanks for coming on. Apart from the links we can have below, where's the best place to find out some more information about you?
We're on Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, and you can always go to Bandcamp and Spotify, iTunes, all those. Find out what's going on with us. Send us a note if you want to. We respond. We don't have enough fans that we can't respond. We'll respond to you.
We got 2 new ones.
Check them out. The produced songs is a little bit different than the one we got today. The ones we got today, the acoustic over a bad line and stuff. So check them out. You're gonna love them. Norwegian soft kitten.
Thanks very much. Stay around the room, Glenn. We'll talk to you after. So stay there, mate. See you in a minute.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Really cool. We had some great videos, some great guests.
Yeah.
We've probably got time for one more video if you want to play one more.
Okay. We've got one more. We're going to go with, I have to go with The Lovely Eggs. I love the Lovely
Eggs.
This one's from their newest album called Existentialism. It's called Nothing/Everything.
I am here and I'm married to you. The t-shirt you were wearing, it is blue, and I ironed it for you. And when you walk around, I can see that there is a stain where you have dropped some food. Working every day can get you down. The same routine of going round and round, but I still go around. And nothing is to feeling, is to feeling, is to nothing. Now I'm feeling down. I'm waiting to see, I'm waiting to feel, I'm waiting to lose everything.
Lovely, lovely eggs.
We saw them live, didn't we? And it was one of those crazy gigs where there'd been a police incident the day before and everything was taped off.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember what happened, but I couldn't get home. And then my lovely girlfriend, fiance, as I get told off for not saying that right, had to drive to central London at like midnight to come pick me up.
Wow.
It was one of those crazy gigs, wasn't it? And they made a really big sound for 2 people, didn't they? And yeah, really good.
You know what? I went to see them after that. I went to the 100 Club to see them. I've never been to the 100 Club, so it was 2 good reasons to go there. And I have to say, it wasn't the best show because it's a very long, narrow place. Have you ever been there, mate?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
It's very long and narrow, and they're in the middle facing the narrow part. So you can't really, it's not a great sound to me. And it's not, you can't really see them that well. So luckily I was with a friend. We had a nice conversation during the whole thing. But yeah, I think that's probably why a lot of the punk bands went there, because it was probably cheap, because no one, you sound like crap anyway.
Yeah, and if you set up at one end and they spit at you, they won't reach you.
Yeah,
exactly. That's probably what it's. Pete, it's been brilliant as ever. It's been a fantastic show. A fantastic guest.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Oh, I paid all money for these teeth. They don't work. We had some fantastic chat, some fantastic guests. Obviously, we links in the description to everything. If you're watching this on a replay, don't forget you still comment and we'll still get back to you as well. And subscribe to all the channels, mine's and Pete's, and we've got stuff going on. I've just done an 80s funky house mix that I did for an hour. I dug out my new decks and did some DJing for a while. I've done that for a bit. So there's all sorts of stuff. We've got quizzes on there, unsigned bands, we've got all sorts of things. We've got loads of
chat. Yeah. And on we also have some videos of interviews I've done also with M Joy. Lots of other ones too. There's a lot on there. And soon there will be one with Clint, who we just heard from.
Honestly, we're busy boys. We never stop, do we?
It's good to see you again, mate. And I'll speak to you in 2 or 3 weeks.
If my manager reminds me. No, thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate your support with this project and this channel, all that sort of stuff, because we're trying to get some unsigned bands out there and get their music to more people and just get the word out there, because there's not enough support for these bands, and we're trying to get it out there
and have some fun while we're doing it.
Absolutely. So if you know any people in bands, send them the link to the video, and then get them to sort of contact us, and we'll try and get them on and listen to their music as well. And yeah, it's fun as it ever is. And we'll be back probably in a fortnight with some more fantastic music, some more great guests, and some more chat. Yeah, cool. It's been brilliant.
Great.
We'll see you all soon. Love and peace, everybody. Ta-da. Ta-da. Bye.